That was fat. Bad shot. Yeah, I chunked it.
I never thought I'd be recording dirt.
I know, with Tish be sure. Meh. Okay, ready?
Hold on. Let's let this little gust of wind pass this.
Okay. What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to Tips with Tish. We are back and we're going to talk about the difference between irons, woods, and driver, and why maybe you're hitting good with your irons but you're not hitting good with your driver, or you're hitting great with your driver but you're not hitting good with your irons and you don't know what's up. I'm about to tell you why right now. Alright, you guys, so let's dive into it. So I think the most important thing that you want to know, besides your fundamentals and wanting to understand the difference between your short clubs and your long clubs, is the bottom of your swing. So every swing is a circle, right? There's an arc, just like this. And the bottom of your swing it differentiates every single time you have a different club. So let's say you have a short club in hand. Let's say it's a 60 degree to like a 9 or 8 iron, where basically you're in the middle of your stance the majority of the time. So the bottom of your swing, the bottom of your circle will actually be after the ball, which is why you have a divot that's big after the ball. So your low point of your swing is the deepest part of your divot. Now, the longer club you go, the more shallow of a divot, and probably the less. So that will become a more of a sweeping motion, which is why you have to adjust your stance. Your stance is going to allow you to understand the bottom of your swing so much better. So you're not just changing it for no reason. This is going to help you all in all. Alright, so I have a smaller club in hand. I'm going to show you the bottom of your arc with the wedge in hand. So this is a club that you'll have more likely in the middle of your stance. You're most likely going to have a big divot. So let's see where my low point is at. There we go. Come closer, look, look, look. So the divot right here, as you can see, this happened after the ball. So my low point is somewhere around here from the looks of it. So that's what I mean by the bottom of your swing is after the ball, especially with a short club. So also the reason why it shows that the bottom of your arc is way after the ball with a shorter club is because you have a much more steeper angle coming into the ball. Versus now, I have a 5 iron in hand, so I'm definitely not going to come as steep as a 60 degree. So that's why with my 5 iron, if I want to get a good shot out of it, this is going to be still making a divot a little more in front of middle, and it's going to be even closer to a sweeping motion. The bottom of my swing will still be after the ball, but not as far after the ball. All right, so this is my 5 iron. There we go. So definitely a smaller divot than the wedge I had here, a little shallower. So the bottom of my swing was definitely just right after the ball. All right, you guys, now I have a 3 wood in hand. So generally, for the rule of thumb with your woods and hybrid, you want to be sure that you're sweeping the ball. So when you're sweeping the ball, the bottom of your swing will be basically right underneath the ball, not really much of a divot. So I'm going to be putting this in front of my stance and then giving it a go. So nice and in front of me, and a sweeping motion. That's a good one. Not even a divot, just barely scraping the ground. Not even a mark to show you. So now the last club in the bag is the driver. Now, it's never a different swing unless you're trying to be a long driver. That will be a different swing. But generally, if you just want to hit the fairway and you want to have a consistent swing, you're going to have the same swing throughout your bag. The biggest difference, which is what I'm trying to dramatically explain, is ball placement. So it allows you to make the same swing, but gives you the right bottom of your arc for the right club. So the driver is the only club in the bag where you hit on the way up. You only hit this club on the way up because this is the only club where you're going to tee it up 2 inches above the ground. Well, hopefully it is. I don't recommend doing that with irons and stuff, but rule of thumb would be your driver being like however tall you like it, but because it's up in the air, that's why you hit it up. All right, so now since we have the driver in hand and we're teeing it up, we're gonna hit it on the way up. The bottom of your arc, because you're hitting it on the way up, is before the ball. That's why this is how you're gonna hit it far, by hitting it with your club face at its current loft or de-lofted on the way up, so it goes the distance that you want and gets a lot of roll. So again, the bottom of your swing for a driver is before the ball on the way up. So it'll look something like this. So definitely in front of you here, swinging on the way up. Just like that. All right, you guys, so to put that all together and recap it, the reason why you're probably hitting your irons different than your driver, or your woods different than your short irons, is because you probably don't know the awareness, or you probably don't have the awareness for the bottom of your swing. That's why, again, it comes down to fundamentals, getting your G-sap in line, your grip, stance, alignment, and posture. With that being said, having the right ball placement, it affects your swing so much. It can just change you from chunking the ball all the time to suddenly hitting it perfect every time. So if you have the right setup for the right club, then you're gonna have a consistent follow through every single time for the different bottoms of your swing that you have for different clubs. So that's all I have for you guys. If you like what you see and you enjoy my tips with Tish, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications button so you don't miss a beat. Bye for now.